Hello and welcome to this new lesson in which I'm going to teach you how to create an anime style ear, simplifying the shapes we already know to a simpler style. To start, I'm going to adjust the brush to work the basic ear structure. It would be a shape more or less like this, similar to a bean. The lower part is usually smaller than the upper part. We're going to start with the different zones we have in the auricle that divide in certain sections, which we'll try to simplify at most so we can adapt them to our work style and don't get frustrated. Okay, I'm going to start over with the same shape I used in the beginning, but this time I'm going to simplify it a lot more. Okay, here we have a much more simple ear. We'd still have to draw much more parts that show in the image on the left, but we've reduced a lot the level of detail. This would be the last level of iconization, in which we can see that it barely is a D and a 6, well, a partially truncated 6. This way we get a very simple way to draw an ear without having to consider the exterior structure that the image on the left shows, which is the most realistic we're going to find. The back of the ear would be like this. We'd have to draw the auricle having in mind that the ear is not just the exterior part, but it is connected to the rest of the head through a second entrance, which is the one we're representing in the drawing here. I'm going to do different rotations of this one so you can see it from different perspectives. But if you have any type of doubt, you can refer to some photos of some ear designs by the artists you like when working. In the anime style, the most interesting part is simplification, just like I'm doing in this drawing now. As you can see, there are not many sections, but you can see perfectly how a normal ear is. A recurring reference is usually the animal ears to apply to girls sometimes, because it presents a look that is pleasing, in their opinion, and they even have a name depending on the animal from which the ears are. For example, these would be cat ears. Cat's ears are very common to be applied to women's heads, and are known as neko. Neko is Japanese for cat. So, in order to place cat ears, what we do is to start drawing the ears from the beginning, from the top of the head, until more or less where a human ear would start. The result would be something like this. You can then experiment with different types of ears because, in the end, no two ears look the same. So the only thing left is that you get practical reference or that you find a way to simplify it, like, for example, the little tips I've been giving you about how to simplify an ear. If you're not too sure about how to do it, besides the practice, you can refer to the ones I've been drawing so you can use them as a base until you can find your own way to get to that point. Animal ears in case of girls or boys that illustrators put these on in anime or manga also help to emphasize the expressivity they can have, just like the expressivity an animal with those ears can have, like a cat or a dog. And well, there's not much more to say for this little lesson as a tutorial of how to draw ears and simplify them. You can also refer to the ears of other races like elves, etc. So I hope you liked this tutorial, that you found it useful, and bear in mind that you have to constantly practice so you can keep working in this sense whatever you want to develop. Ears are not actually very important, and you can cover them with hair in case you don't feel confident with it. See you in the next lesson. See ya.